As a working mom who's juggling both work and a business and 4 kids and running a home, meal prepping has been such a lifesaver for me. And at this point in my life, I used to do like meal prep for a month, but right now I'm doing it for 2 weeks at a time because my schedule is a bit crazy and that's all I can manage right now. So at this very moment, I'm preparing to go shopping because I'm using my grocery list from our March 2025 Motivated Mom Meal Plan package. And it has everything I need, and I'm just checking with what I have in the kitchen compared to what I have here, so I don't buy things that I already have. And I'm also using the meal plan, of course, so I can know what we're going to eat for the next 2 weeks. My plan, and I hope this works, is to go and buy everything and find everything in the market, because sometimes the market can just throw a curveball at you. Come and prep that, organize my fridge, and then tomorrow, that's when I'm going to be doing the whole making my meal prep and the freezer meals and everything like that. I'm so excited. Let's go to the market. My plan is to soak the beans and chickpeas overnight when I get home so that they'll be easier to boil tomorrow. I'll use the instant pot, but soaking them overnight for 12 to 24 hours definitely makes the process go a lot faster. For dinner tonight, we are having ugali and chicken stew because I don't have any freezer meals. All the ones that were in the freezer are completely finished. I like to boil the chicken first with a bit of garlic and ginger to remove that chickeny smell and chickeny taste. When I have lemon, I also put in a little squeeze of lemon because it really makes a huge difference. I don't know if you feel like me, I really don't like taking a bite into chicken and literally smelling the chicken. And I find that this happens mostly when I'm making broiler chicken. speaking of broiler chicken, I am such a huge fan of free range or kienyeji chicken, but I don't have it this time. And in fact, one thing I've always wanted to do in our homestead is to keep chickens for the meat and for the eggs. However, the more the time passes and the years go, it's starting to seem like a dream that's not going to come to reality. It's just my time and my life and my situation in life right now is just not allowing me to take on any more projects than I already have. My initial plan was to start it off as a project the kids can run on their own. But honestly, just the thought of just sitting down and teaching them a whole course on rearing chicken right now is something that my plate just cannot handle. I think for me, one thing that I've become really good at is to just be okay with not doing everything. Because I used to be this person who feels like they have to do everything all at the same time. So I'm okay putting that on the back burner. But man, I was really looking forward to having my own kienyeji chicken that I have grown in my own house, or having my own vegetables that I have grown. But that dream is on the shelf right now. One day. Thankfully, we still had a bit of cabbage left over, so I don't need to make that one tonight. But tomorrow, when I'm making the freezer meals, I feel like we'll need to add some more vegetables. It's easier for me to make vegetables in batch as well, because it just makes the meals go a whole lot faster every evening. And they keep well in the fridge, especially cabbage or steamed spinach and the managu, the traditional vegetables. They keep very well.
It's too soon. I don't wanna lose you.
So today the plan is to fill my freezer all the way with a lot of meal prepped meals, so that my weeks and my days can go a whole lot easier as a busy working mom. And I like starting off with a clean kitchen and finishing off with a clean kitchen. That is the plan. I don't know if I'll manage to do it, but let's wait and see.
Dandelions, rustling leaves, just like in my childhood dreams. You're as delicate as a leaf. You don't know.
And I need to go through the meal plan that I'm following, our March meal plan, just to make sure I know exactly what I am cooking. Also the recipes, write down exactly how I am going to make my meals, because they need to come out as delicious and as amazing as I am hoping.
I don't wanna lose you. It's too soon.
The good thing is, as I have been preparing to start the cooking process, my help has been helping me with preparing the ingredients, and this will make it go a whole lot faster. I love this because on the day that I'm making freezer meals, we both clear our schedule completely, so that it's a lot of teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. Okay, my work is to cook all the food, but she helps me with prepping the ingredients, so that when I start cooking, it goes so much faster. It's not tiring for both of us. As for her, once she's done prepping the ingredients, she can take a break, and then I take over. Delegate, delegate, delegate.
the flower violet green, lily of the valley on my knees.
The first meal I'm making is teriyaki chicken. It's a quick and easy dish to make, and it freezes very, very well.
I don't wanna lose you. It's too soon. I don't wanna lose you. It's too soon. Dandelions, rustling leaves, just like in my childhood dreams.
The thing I had not realized up to this moment, and I cannot believe this is happening, is that I have light soy sauce, not dark soy sauce. And I have to blame myself because I was not specific the last time I sent my cameraman / husband / everything in my life to buy for me soy sauce. I did not explain to him that, hey, dude, there are two types of soy sauce on the market. There's light soy sauce, there's dark soy sauce. I need the dark one. Dude just saw soy sauce and he grabbed it. And really, the light one doesn't work for teriyaki chicken as far as I'm concerned, because it needs to be a darker and richer in taste. But you know what? I'm just going to work with what I have, and I'm sure it's going to taste good.
Reflections of the clouds above, the sound of rain along the pond. The grass that grows beneath my feet. I close my eyes, the hum of bees. I pluck the flower violet green, lily of the valley on my.
This does not look half bad. Tastes okay. I had to compensate with adding a bit more vinegar, but it's fine. It's okay. You know what? I'll take it.
In my mind, I don't wanna lose you. It's too soon. I don't wanna lose you. It's too.
Next, I'm making wet fry pork stew. It's been a while since we had pork, and usually I'd boil it in the instant pot, but right now the instant pot is boiling the chickpeas, so I have to boil it on the stove. Two of our kids love pork so much and two don't. But I've found that with kids, what they like and what they don't like changes so much over time. So you know what? I'm just still going to keep making the pork. And sometimes they don't like it, but then they take one bite. They're like, oh my goodness, this is so delicious. So I'm really hoping that this is going to be one of those days. And another thing I'm doing is I'm going to put some black pepper in this dish because our kids are also getting a bit more tolerant to pepper. And maybe not chili so much, but pepper. So yeah, we're just trying, because my husband and I absolutely love chili. So the sooner these kids get with the program, the better. All right, this pork looks absolutely gorgeous. Let me know what you would serve this with. It's time for some grandmother duties. You know, my daughter was so surprised when I told her that we used to strap babies to our backs before strollers were a thing, you know, and she was like, what? How? Like, even? You know? Why? To make me feel like the Flintstones, I tell you. What? And now it's time for some beef stew. The first thing is to boil the mincemeat in its own juices. Of course, because this is going to make it go a whole lot faster. And once it cooks, I don't know whether I showed this part, I take out a bit of minced beef and put it aside. That's going to be for me, for my added protein as the days go by, because I'm really conscious on the amount of protein I'm eating every single day. And it's shocking how much less protein I have. Like, I've been tracking it on my Fitness Pal, and I'm like, what? I'm supposed to be having, let's say, 120 grams of protein every day. On a normal day, I am just averaging like 50 grams. I'm like, what? That's so less. So anyway, my plan is every time I cook or boil some meat or something, I put some on the side, just the boiled part. And then I add it to my, if I'm having soup that day, whatever I'm having, if you're having beans, whatever, I add a bit of protein for myself, because I'm getting to that age where protein is so important in maintaining my muscle mass. Anyway, that's me going on about protein. I love protein. And people ask me severally whether one can freeze food with potatoes in it. And the answer is yes. So I'm bulking up my minced beef with a lot of potatoes and peas and vegetables. Yeah, because it just makes it go a whole lot further and just makes it a hearty stew. I mean, how gorgeous does this minced beef look? Look at it, man. The chickpeas have been boiling already. And what I'm going to do is I'm just using the same tomato base for the chickpeas and the beans as well. The same one that you've been seeing me use it on the beef stew and also on the pork. So I've decided I don't need to show that part. So the thing is, once that tomato base is ready, I just add in the chickpeas and coconut cream, a little bit of water if the soup is still less, and just let it boil. I also added zucchini, a very healthy and hearty stew. want to boil my 24 hours soaked beans, and I cannot emphasize enough how much of a difference it makes to soak them for as long as you can, and also to just boil them using the instant pot, especially if you're busy and time is not on your side. An instant pot is just one of those gadgets that you need to have. An electric pressure cooker is a serious game changer. And for the beans, I'm also using the same tomato base. So yeah, I love how the thick and creamy the bean stew looks. This time I'm making 2 chicken dishes, and it's literally the same one that we had yesterday for dinner, only that this time I'm making a much larger portion for the freezer.
Oh, the lilac snow, drifting down so soft and slow. Outside my window, I watch it go. Oh, the lilac snow. And though the world may seem so still, it's coming in a distant chill with the memories of winters past, of the ones I wish would have lasted. Oh, the lilac snow tells.
And now it's time to make dinner. My help and I had a classic case of serious miscommunication because I told her to prepare potatoes for dinner as I was cooking the rest of the stuff, and she assumed that I was going to roast them. Usually when we're having potatoes, our kids absolutely love roasted potatoes with sausage or meatballs on the side. So what she did is she peeled the potatoes and then she cut them into wedges. Well, for me, I want to make mashed potatoes because tonight is not the night for time-consuming dinners, okay? So you can imagine just my shock when she brought me potatoes cut into wedges. I'm like, oh my goodness, these are going to be mashed potatoes. Anyway, we laughed about it and here we are.
Glow, softly lighting up the lilac snow. Then the quiet of the winter night was filled with wonder and pure delight. Oh, the lilac snow tells secrets of long ago, of carols sung, of gifts we've known. Oh, the lilac snow whispers softly on the wind as memories come flowing in. As the light.
My girl has crocheted a hat for her dolly in like 30 minutes. I don't know how long. I don't know. This girl just judges my life. What?
Oh, the lilac snow, drifting down so soft and slow. Outside my window, I watch it go. Oh, the lilac snow. And though the world may seem so still, it's coming in a distant chill with the memories of winters past, of the ones I wish would have lasted. Oh, the lilac snow.
I love it when a good freezer meal project comes to an end. Love the look of all these meals going to fill my freezer. I feel so achoven. Yes, yes, indeed.
On the wind, as memories come flowing in. Once the candles on the tree glow, softly lighting up the lilac snow. Then the quiet of the winter night was filled with wonder and pure delight. Oh, the lilac snow tells secrets of long ago.
And with a lot of teamwork, thankfully we've managed to restore our kitchen to its pristine pre-freezer meal conditions, and I can relax with a bit of knitting to just wind down the day before the sun sets and we go to bed. Amazing. Thank you for hanging out, and if you're interested, check out this video over here with fantastic breakfast freezer meal dishes, and I'll see you over there. Bye.